What are you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking some what is it? IV water thing because apparently I need more energy. But Matty Maggiacomo is here. Matty, I want to say it all day long.
Yeah, that's good. How would you make my last name Italian?
Oh, wow. Shribarita.
Shabarino. Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Candice.
And welcome to Don't Start.
And as we like to say, don't start.
Candice, save it for the show.
Exactly. So let's get to it.
Yes, we have a great guest on today. We got Matty on the pod today. He's a fitness guy.
Matty is your favorite Peloton instructor. I have to tell Matty this, so I'm going to repeat it. But Tom's obsessed with Matty. He's like, his workouts are amazing. I love them. And I told him we're going to have Matty on the pod. And he was like, I'm nervous. I was like, for me or for yourself, buddy?
So I am not a Pelotoner. I don't think do they have a name for the people that Peloton? And can Peloton be a verb? I Pelotoned today.
I don't bike all the time, but I definitely do the yoga. I mix it up. The Pilates. I do all the mixing.
So is it a monthly or an annual subscription?
I do annual. We started the Peloton craze, Tom and I,
during pandemic.
Like everyone else, because he turned and I turned to him and I was like, we're gonna be cows if we don't do something. We're gonna sit on and eat like crazy people and binge 1,000 shows. And he was like, you're right. So we did the Peloton bike, which we both sort of really loved in the beginning. And then we sort of fell in love with the other side of Peloton, which is the yogas, the arms and all that stuff.
And how do you feel like you're doing with your fitness journey currently? I would give myself a D.
Wait, you want me to grade my fitness journey? Oh, I'm going to give it an F.
Currently. Okay, got it.
I'm going to give it an F, and here's why. This morning I woke up at 5:30, and I was like, I'll work out from 5:30 to 6, and then I'll start getting stuff ready for the baby and blah, blah, blah. And 5:30 came, and I was like, oh, I'll just do 10-minute yoga. So then I woke up at 5:50 and did a quick 10-minute yoga in my basement for 10 minutes. That's nothing. And then I ran up and started the day. So there we go.
I love that for you. Chad turned to me the other night. We went out to dinner and he said to me, I have a challenge for us. You have to do at least a half hour of fitness, workout, walking, something to get your heart rate up 4 times a week. And if you don't, you have to put $20 in to the vacation fund. I said, $20 is high. Can't we just do 5? And he goes, but then that's not $20 a week.
That's kind of high.
Okay, I guess I feel like I'm going to fail it already. So that's why I was like, it's so hard for me with all the travel, waking up in hotels, not getting proper amount of sleep. Shows are ending at 10:30. I'm going to sleep 11:30 midnight because I'm still hyped up. Waking up the next day, driving 2.5, 3 hours. It's very hard for me to motivate. Maybe Matty could be the one to change my D to at least a B-.
I would give you a higher rating than a D because I feel like when you add travel consistent, when I'm on the road touring, it's impossible. So give yourself a break. But I think Matty can help us. He has home hacks on his Insta where he's quick meals, quick workouts. And I feel like that's really important. He also has a podcast called The Drama Club with Matty. I mean, Sarah,
I love it.
Is this not a more perfect human for us? He has a theater drama club podcast.
And he has a background. He was a television reporter before he found this. He said basically he was meant to be on some type of TV as a star, and he's a star of Peloton Fitness. But also I love that he keeps his passion with Broadway going.
He does. He calls himself a theater buff, a voice actor. He's a Peloton instructor. He also says he's an aspiring author. So I'm like, what are you writing? Tell me all the things. I love it.
Know.
I hear people are journaling or writing.
Matty Maggiacomo.
Hello, Italian. Come on in, Matty.
Hi there.
I wish you could have just seen the Benny Hill sketch that just happened for me to try and get everything connected.
We know. We understand.
All morning, I can't do Riverside, apparently. Something's happening all morning.
Riverside it can really, if she wants to have a hard time, she can really fuck up your life.
Be a little bit of a bitch.
Yeah. It's
you said
maybe
fucked
I'll
up, so I kept going.
Fuck it. Can we swear on this?
Yes, we can. Beep, 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 beep.
Hi, beautifuls. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Candice.
I love it. So great meeting you. We were saying your last name. I was giving it extra flair because I'm not Italian, and I was like, Candice, you should just speak everybody's Italian last names to
Candice is
brilliance.
Italian, so she knows.
Yeah.
Well, you probably said Maggiacomo, and that's not wrong.
Okay, what is right?
We say Maggiacomo. It's just how we say it in Rhode Island.
I had this conversation with Tom. Tom was like, Giacomo. And I was like, Tom's my husband. And he was like, you're seeing
And Tom's Italian. That's what you're Guardino, right?
Say Tom's, no, her last name is, her
Feliciardi is Tom.
Feliciardi.
That's your maiden name? Your maiden is Feliciardi.
No, my
maiden name married.
So I'm Candice Gardino Feliciardi. It's bad news.
No, it's awesome. My Candice, my great grandfather's name was Gaetano Notarantonio.
Oh,
that's so funny. Yeah,
it's incredible. It's so rich.
And my husband, Evan is Italian. His mom's maiden name is Fili. Is Valentini, and his dad's name is Fili. So his last name is Evan Fili. But we just got married. He was like, nope, I'm taking Maggiacomo. I was like, are you sure? I was like, it's like a commitment, and like people are gonna misspell the email address and all the things. So anyway,
yeah, like I lived my life with this last name.
I live my life.
Yeah, if you ever have to do the CTBS test with the little bubbles, you're gonna run out of bubbles. Do you remember those?
I would have to stop.
They don't even do that anymore. I bet.
I would have to stop at the first O, so it would just be like Matthew Maggiacomo.
Yeah. As my husband would say, he'd be like, once I get to the third I, I'm out. Because he's got 4 I's in the last name.
I'm out.
But really funny, my girlfriend and I just had the conversation. She's married to an O'Rourke. She is proudly Greek. She's a Mandarakis. And she didn't. And she did not take her husband's name because she said to him, well, do you want to be Mandarakis? Well, if you're not going to take mine, then why should I take yours? I don't think it was like a sassy moment. I think it was like this is 2026. Sure. We can have this kind of discussion as a woman to a man, right? So she's still Mandarakis, and she has her own business and stuff like that. But he wouldn't choose the Greek name. The Irishmen wouldn't take the Greek names. Yeah. So Chad and I make a joke. We would put our names together, Schreiber, Dunbar, and be the Shrine Bars.
The Shrine Bars.
Which is our dog. Our dog is Juno Schrinebar.
Oh,
he made
cute.
a tag, and it's ridiculous.
Wait, that's actually
less about us, more about Matty. You look so handsome. You look fit. You look like you're made for camera, and you are. That is
Matty.
She's been on camera already today, so this is a perfect thing. Matty, and I just taught like tell me.
The first thing I'm going to say is this. My husband's extremely jealous that he is not here right now. He does all your workouts every morning. It's Matty. Every morning.
Good.
5:30 a.m.
I'm surprised. Like the straight guys, I have some straight guys, but I always get surprised when the straight guys are like, Matty, love you.
No, I should preface this with my husband.
He's a theater guy. He's a theater guy.
Oh, yeah, he's a theater guy. Got it.
Yeah, his words to me were like, he's our people. And I was like,
he's our people.
So he knows theater.
Yeah,
he's our people.
He's our people.
This is our community.
That's the truth about Peloton. You just find your people. And like I just get the theater misfits. What can I say? And all the Italians.
I have to ask. You find your people. You found your place at Peloton. Tell me about that journey. How to get there, and when. What day, date was that? Because I think of Peloton and I think of pandemic.
20 years ago.
Honestly, my Peloton journey was COVID. Peloton.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you are all saying the things that we hear a lot, which is great because that COVID time was a really inflection point where people fell in love with it. And I had started before, when I first started, I was I literally had to tell my mom, when I got the job, I was like, it's Peloton. It's we're calling it connected fitness. And you kind of have a bike and we're going to do a tread. And I think we're going to do yoga. How do you spell it? L-E. I was like, and then she's like, can you come in person? So it was really cute. Actually, even explaining it to now my grandfather who's passed, he was really cute. Yeah. He was so invested. Truly, and so I see you on the screen, and can you see me? Very funny. Anyway, but no, that's when it all changed, ladies, and it was gosh, I would have never thought that I would have this platform that would help me connect and help women like yourself and Candice's husband and my mom. Like, it's such a cool thing. And then I get to have a platform where like I actually can be nerdy about the things that I love, like theater. I'm a very, very proud Rhode Islander. It's a really proud day for us today because we're getting the premiere of Real Housewives of Rhode Island. So honestly, I feel like I'm sort of like an honorary Real Housewives of Rhode Island right now.
You born and raised?
Born and raised. I lived there till 18, and then I got the fuck out of there and went to NYU. Like you do when you're a gay guy. But now I'm 40. I've been here for 23 years. It's wild.
We're all in the 40 club. And so, living in LA to New York to Florida, Miami. Yeah, it's wild. But you own that Rhode Island. I'm from Jersey. I own that pride. And we do have the Jersey Housewives, which I don't know if I own that as much. How did you get to Peloton? I saw that you started in journalism as a television reporter.
Yeah.
So your face is always made for camera. And so is that, and that hair, let's be honest.
And that hair. It's all mine, girls. And I have not had the chance to
oh my God,
the thing.
you're making me laugh that you're saying it's all yours because my husband has great hair. My 1-year-old son has great hair. But that's the thing with guys, to be like, wait, this is actually mine.
No, look,
right?
they didn't, I did not go to Turkey. No,
yes, everybody's been talking.
And that's,
I just on a plane, I through Turkey, and there was plugs all over, and I was like, I've never seen such a thing. Everybody's talking about it right now.
It's amazing.
No
That's
shade.
great.
No shade, because I might go to Turkey for a chin lift.
No, great. No, it's fine. It's fine. Again, like, I do the PRP, and I take my finasteride and minoxidil. So, like, we'll keep it while we got it.
I love it.
So, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I always wanted to tell stories, and I did. I did it, and realized that I didn't love it. I felt like I wasn't helping people. I was really reporting local news, and I think the druthers of local news. It is very much traffic. It is very much snow. It is very much, unfortunately, especially on the regions that I was reporting in, not really bad. When something bad happens, it was mostly because of somebody's mistake or an accident. And then I was at this point in my life where I'm in my 20s, and you're kind of rolling up to the scene of a car accident, and you got your camera, and you're kind of like asking folks, like, how do you feel about this really tragic moment in your life? And I just felt like I wasn't helping anybody.
Matty, it's very interesting you say that, because I came from acting first but went into hosting, and anytime I met with people that went into journalism and worked on the news, they said you ask the questions when you don't want to have to ask the questions. Right? In these sad moments, and you're like seeing this tragedy, and then you're supposed to be like, so what's next? One of my favorite videos is when a journalist during a hurricane said that to a woman who just came on a boat from her house with her kids, said, so what's next? She goes, I'm grateful I got out and I'm alive. Leave me alone. And it was the most honest moment on air. And I was like, that was so true. It's not the time I want to talk.
No.
You should both know that, like, my pastime with Tom is literally watching news anchors flub on air. It's the funniest shit.
Oh, please. I worked with HSN. I love watching HSN bloopers. Those bloopers are great.
I think nobody puts them together in montages better than John Oliver. John Oliver does those little interstitials in between his segments, and it's bloopers. These like really cringe-worthy moments from local news. It's like really brilliant.
So
that
good.
said, and I'm still a journalist at heart.
Yeah.
I will stand for all of the important journalism, because there is an attack on real journalism and facts.
Yes.
So it's so important. Like, I mean, Evan and I just recently got married, and the person who was officiated for us was Amna Nawaz, she's won a ton of journalism awards, and she's the anchor of PBS NewsHour. As you know, we live in a world where our government is pulling the plug on any type of academic journalism, because you want to know why? They tell the fucking truth. So
Thank you very much, Matty, for making sure to double down on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just, I just realized it wasn't my bag. I would rather like teach y'all how to do a proper bicep curl and like make you feel really good after 30 minutes versus being like, oh my God, we're at war again.
Mhm.
But were you
Yeah.
always physically fit? Because here's the thing. I grew up as a dancer, and then that transitioned into obviously theater. And I did like Pilates. I taught Pilates for like 15 years and exhale and bar. But I didn't go into the Peloton world because I really wasn't very that good at it. But were you always physically fit, like in that world?
Not really. I really started to fall in love with it when I fell in love with working out with other people, group fitness for sure. I was on the cross country team in high school for like 2 weeks, and then I dropped out and went over to the drama club like most drama kids do.
Yeah.
And then that's really where I found my identity. That's where I really learned how to perform. And then once I got to college, I realized that there was beauty in my body, especially because I was in New York, and it's not like I was doing like sports, but I found that treadmill and I found those weights, and I loved seeing the transformation in my body after being a pretty inside kid. I liked my video games, I liked my TV, and I found my confidence, and then I found my girls. Like, the truth is I guess I didn't realize it, but in my head, while my father was like my basketball coach and was really trying to get me out there and come play golf, and I love my dad. I have such a good relationship with him. It was actually my mother that made me sort of fall in love with fitness and aerobics, because my mom would take us to like the local gym, and I would sit and I would color, and I watched my mom do step aerobics with all the girls.
Oh my God,
and then,
it was the best.
And then after, wild, after those classes, we would go to the coffee shop, and then all the girls would gossip, and I just listened to them.
That is brilliant.
That was such a specific time.
Memory.
Yeah, me too. And the outfits were great back then too.
And they all their husbands were jerks, and like who wasn't getting along with who. And then I realized I kid you not, at like 6, 7, 8 years old, that I was learning and downloading all of the data that I would need when I was 40. Teaching to the same group of women.
Completely.
And understanding them.
Yeah, it's a wonderful full circle there. But then also your journalism just made you so great with communication and connecting. That in itself. I need to know, what was the audition process for Peloton? How did you get there? Yeah, like.
It was a while back, and so I will tell you, y'all, I kind of like slipped under the door, because it was just... It was so, I didn't know really all that it was. All I knew was, Cody Rigsby, who is my friend and a star. Cody and I have known each other forever. And when he told me he went from being a dancer, we did a lot of the same things. We were gigging. I mean, we were working at the club, and we were kind of on this same path. And I had started working at Barry's Boot Camp, and Cody said to me he said, hey, this company Peloton, they're going to do kind of virtual. What do you think? It's spin. I said, yeah, go. And I always tell this story. I remember kind of flippantly saying to him, yeah, go. You'll you'll make a couple $100 extra a week.
Yeah, we all need it. When you're a hustler, you're like, I'll take it.
So that's how I knew. And then he had been with the company for a couple of years. And then I realized, because I'm not a spin guy, I was a tread guy. I realized that, I found out obviously through Cody and everybody that kind of was involved. Oh, wow, they're doing treadmill. Hey, I do treadmill. And then I auditioned for Robin. And, Robin Outzone, who is our VP of fitness. And Robin is a boss. That has been her brand. She continues to be a boss. But I think I went into that. Yeah. And I went into that interview and auditioned, maybe not really wanting it that bad. It's funny. Every job I've gotten, it's always been, I'm like, I could have this or not.
Yes.
And the ones that I really wanted, of course I didn't get them. But this job, I was like, I'm happy. I'm fine. Right. I can do it. I can not do it. And then, of course, they're like, after maybe 10 interviews after that,
10?
I got the job. Yeah. And you know what? It's more now. If tomorrow you want to decide to become a Peloton instructor, you have to be able to like hold your breath underwater for 30 minutes. You have to be able to do a marathon on the moon. You have to have 1 million followers on Instagram.
I was going to say, is the baseline
a marathon on the moon?
That's the baseline. You need 500,000 followers baseline.
And
then
don't
you
forget
go.
holding your breath 30 minutes underwater.
And hold your breath.
Yeah.
Lord.
Whoa.
But it changed your life, right?
Best way
I mean,
possible.
it changed a
I have the
lot
be-
of
yeah.
people's lives.
It really did. I have the best job
It really
ever.
found a niche,
Mm.
but it's become, by niche, it is now obviously
Yeah.
It's
this
huge.
outrageous,
Oh, I have.
huge,
Yeah,
outrageous
I mean,
company.
imagine working up shoulder to shoulder with superheroes. Obviously, I'm a Broadway
Yeah.
guy, so like I like you all are performers, and like you understand what it is.
I was gonna
Just
say,
to be
by superheroes, I go by superstars.
real super
in
it's
their
wild.
underwear and
no,
they're
it's wild. No, please. Oh my
quadruple.
God, talk about my
Oh my God, that's
right.
another story.
It's just amazing. No, it's just amazing, and so
Yeah.
and they all have, it's truly like the X-Men. The Avengers, they all have
Yeah.
these different powers and
Yes.
the things that they're good at, and they're funny, or they're writing books, or they're in movies, or they're running 7 marathons in 7 days. It's truly wild and inspiring. I definitely don't wake up every day being like, I'm just gonna lay here.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go do like 10 podcasts and start writing my book because like I gotta keep up.
Yeah. Oh, we do want to talk about that.
We
But it really showcases what humans are capable of as well. Can you talk about the Peloton community?
Super
Yeah,
highly
like,
highly
it's a way of
engaged.
life, right?
Yeah, totally. Highly engaged, still very highly engaged, and it's lovely. If you hear folks detracting, they just don't get it,
Yeah.
or it just wasn't for them. Like, I'm
Right,
sorry, like
right.
if you like to run outside all the time and like to do it alone and just listen to your own music, like then it's obviously just not for you.
Yeah.
For people who want to feel the power of community, they want guidance. It's actually, if you think about it, it's a very economical way to go about your fitness, because a personal trainer is going to charge you, especially in New York City, $250 an hour.
Yeah.
So it really is a wonderful thing. And then, like I said, you find these tribes, these squads that you're like, I know my squad, my magic makers. They're my people in that I know they love Broadway. I know they will
Yes.
always laugh at a fart joke. I know they like how Italian I am. I know
Yeah.
they love that I love my mom. And I can talk about Broadway and they know what I'm talking about. And
Yeah.
anybody who doesn't like those things or know those things, guess what? There are like 50 other instructors that they can choose from.
And that
Right.
is the
And
beauty.
you don't have to, and you don't have to change yourself for that.
Right.
You know?
When I first started, I was like, especially with having Cody come before me, I was like, well, we kind of sort of resemble each other. We're 6'2" and we're brunette, and gay guys. And I was like, well, maybe I'll just do what Cody does. And Cody and I have very different interests. Like, he
Totally.
was listening to different music than me. I'm a way bigger nerd than he is. He's way cooler than me. And I think I thought that I would have to like morph.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once I realized, stop trying to be someone else because they're taken, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. And the more I've been more organic about my, like, what I geek out over and whatever, the people follow. If you build it, they will come.
You know what, Matty, I wanted to touch on, you said Broadway, obviously, and all of your, like, when I would do your workouts, there's always a Broadway something in there. When you said
Love
you got
it.
thrust in Broadway, I know, Sarah, you would totally love this.
I
When you
just
got
burst
thrust
into
into
song
you-
at every other episode. I can't help
my
it.
God.
New
Like how-
York!
Exactly. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
usually every time.
My thought was, you said, high school's where you got introduced to the theater. How did it spiral for there? And then what made you really pursue it, or your love for it, I should say?
Love, because I'm a hobbyist. People I always
I
say,
know, but if you're
I'm
still
like-
in it, you got a pod.
I've
Yeah.
got a pod.
Let's drop the drama club with
the drama club with
Matty.
Maddie,
We
and it's
love
It's
it.
coming back for part 2 of season 1. We're technically still in our first season.
Love it.
I'm just the biggest theater nerd, and
Yeah.
because I never made it my job, I love
literally
it
drink-
so much.
Sunset-
Yep, look at that. That's it. Nicole would be so proud.
I know. I'm literally sipping my water.
Right? It is true that it's kind of the best case scenario, because I don't want anything from the community except for, like, I want them to accept me, and I want to go see as many shows as possible and just
Yes.
continue to promote Broadway in a really fun-loving, celebratory way, because what we're seeing right now on, like, Broadway is, like, there are a lot of crazy TikTok trolls. A lot of
Yes.
people are upset with the state of Broadway, which is true. Everything's way too
Yeah.
expensive. I don't understand why it's, like, just run by just a select group of people people that like honestly don't have great taste, and the tickets are too expensive. It's inaccessible. So it's really frustrating. So like from my POV, that's not something I would say on my podcast. I just say like, we are here to promote the art. And even, I'm not going to name check shows, but even like the stinkiest of all of them, I find something that I love, whether it be like, love the costumes, thought the lighting was great, you know?
But I love that because we talk about it before. These people that are overly critical, I always want to say, okay, then get up on the stage and prove it.
Totally.
You try it.
Food critics, right? Food critics.
Totally.
You go in the kitchen and you make me that. And obviously if I spend a lot of money, we somewhat have the right to say that. However, when you're writing it in a public format and then this theater show has trouble getting people to get their butts in seats, that is on you. And that's employing how many people?
And that's
no, it's very important.
That's the point. Don't trash talk a show because you don't realize how many people are being employed to run that show.
Totally.
That drives me. I mean, my mom says it all the time. I get a lot of great reviews. I get a lot of bad reviews after I do a performance. And the bad reviews, my mom's the first one to be like, you get up there and do it. I'm like, calm it down, Barb.
Calm it down. What's your mom's name?
Barb.
Yeah.
It's Barbie.
Come on, Barb.
Yeah.
Oh, Barbie.
Yeah.
Calm it down, Barbie.
Literally, all our moms probably could be our managers, but
No,
right?
it's. Are you kidding?
I always joke. I literally always say my mom thinks I could go to the moon, right? Like what I'm capable of, and I'm like, but maybe I just want to stay grounded, Mom. Like it's all good. We don't.
That's good. That means it's really nice to have that healthy relationship. My mom is. I was actually literally just saying this in the class that I just taught. I said, I know you all love me a lot, but none of you love me more than my mother. My mother would just sit in an empty room with me for a year.
That's right. You
doing
know what?
Nothing.
I didn't understand that until I had my son. That my husband, who I thought I loved the most in the world, is now definitely second.
Hysterical.
Literally, my son can do no wrong, which is
wrong.
not good. Like I'm like, you're the most perfect thing ever.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen, I have a brother. I know what moms feel like with their sons.
Right.
My God. But you know what? It all falls on my shoulders,
Of
guys.
course. God, Marsha. Candice, actually, this is funny. You know the Italian term for mama's boy, right? Do you know?
My mother throws it in my face every day. She's like, so you're going to be my son, my son, my son every day,
Right.
which
But
we're
do
upset.
you know the term, what the actual Italian word is?
No.
Oh, no.
don't.
They say
Tell me.
mamoni. So
Mamoni! Oh my
So,
God.
and mamoni is plural. So that's just like, that's the word for like the all-encompassing community of mama's boys who are like 40 and still living with their mothers in Italy. They will never,
beautiful dinners.
and they will never find a woman good enough.
Yes,
No woman is good enough
absolutely.
for my son. So that's that's being a mamoni. He would be the mamoni. So he's the mamoni.
Yes.
He's the Mamoni. And I will tell you, I dated a few Mamonis.
And they're tough to date.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say I couldn't.
'Cause the
fathom.
mothers-
I mean, I grew up in Jersey. I know them.
The mothers give the
No.
malocchio and they'll curse you. Yeah.
The Malloy, I got mine on right here. Look, it's right here. I got it.
She's a good
Come on now.
Italian
She's
girl.
right there.
Do you say sauce or gravy?
Rhode Island, we say sauce.
I say sauce.
Rhode Island, we
I say sauce. I'm like, who are these people that say gravy?
Yeah, we say
The
sauce.
people who put it on turkeys. It's stupid. But it's
Yeah,
Exactly.
They put the
I
meatballs.
think in
and the
Philly
gets-
they say gravy, which is weird.
Yeah.
We have to
Yeah.
look and see the breakdown.
Philadelphia for you.
I'm
you know what I
I'm
mean?
that Italian, but yeah, no, we do sauce.
We
It's
say
Sunday
sauce.
sauce. Yeah.
We say sauce. Maddie, I got to know, because you are Italian, you obviously have a flair for cooking. And I'm not blaming
Love.
Italian.
Yeah.
But you, on your social media, I love you do these like home hacks and quick meals and all these things. Is this like a new Instagram series you're doing? Or
Yeah,
are you
like playing around. It's really funny. It's the mom of it all. And truly, I will tell you, I can do a home hack and get thousands of views. If I take my shirt off, I get way less. I was like, oh, okay. So it really, oh, okay. So I thought for a long time, I thought these gay boys were like, I'm over here dot shots and whatnot. I was like, no, wait, the home hacks.
No.
Wait, hold on. Actually,
The
I'll even
ladies.
tell
The ladies all want it.
I forget a shirtless photo. I took my mom to London for like 4 nights. I could like literally hear the ladies in the US creaming their pants because I was like, the way they loved the Matty taking his mom on a trip
Oh my
to
God.
London.
I
They were
love
like,
it.
if my son doesn't take
My
me to London
goodness.
when
My
he's 40,
goodness.
I think I'm going to kill myself.
I take my mother on trips too. We went to Egypt, we
did.
did the
See?
Mediterranean.
That's beautiful.
It is. It's an amazing privilege to be able to do it.
Yeah.
But it is something that it's also it's working. We work differently.
It's working. My mom, we did a little therapy on the trip. We did a lot of seeing shows.
Yeah.
My mom, just like
Yeah.
any Italian woman, she's complicated. And we laughed, we
Yeah.
cried. But
Yes.
it is a little bit of work, but I love, she's
Yeah.
like my favorite
Yeah.
person. I had just like
Yeah.
the best time. And again, it really is, it's R&D. It's research and development for Peloton. I need to know how my audience ticks.
So funny because I would say this too, Maddie, is when I was hosting on HSN, I felt like I was talking to my mom.
Mhm.
I know my mom naturally she always was an HSN shopper. It was something that just happened in my life that like I was like,
Sure.
never thought I was going to be doing this, but this works out.
Sure.
And I felt like I was just talking with my mom or how my mom always
There are a lot of parallels. Our boss, our chief content officer,
Yeah.
Jen Cotter, was once your boss over at HSN. She moved over, and I'm telling you, like,
know
that,
your audience,
that
know how to communicate.
She knew exactly. She knew
It's
who we
brilliant.
were talking to. It's brilliant.
I
It's
was
brilliant.
thinking when you were talking about Peloton, it kind of is something like, oh, we don't know what this is. It's like, go look at home shopping and then move it to exercise.
Very
Oh, well, that
personality
makes
driven
sense.
and whatnot. They need to
Wait,
follow
Maddie,
with it.
Are you an only child? Are you the only son?
No. I have sisters.
See, I told
I
you,
have
the sisters,
Yeah,
the
I
weight
have
we
sisters.
hold.
Yeah,
The weight we hold
I'm in
is
between. So this is why I still get to be. I don't have the Jan of it all because even though I'm the middle, I'm the boy, and I have the best. I have the best sisters in the world. I just we're actually all going on a trip. We're meeting in Turks and Caicos on Easter just in 2 days.
incredible.
And
so fun.
I'm just so excited. I love my sisters so much. They have my younger sister Rebecca has 3 crazy girls,
Yeah.
and then my older sister, she's got a little boy. He's 2.5. We call him Wreck-It Ralph. He's just banging and destroying
That's the
everything.
Oh, yeah. Mine too.
So what do you say to people that feel like they're in because I actually felt like I always was an athlete growing up. Work is overwhelming right now. I feel like as I'm in a fitness down,
You're in a slump, plateau.
I'm in a slump.
Rated
I'm in a
herself
slump.
and
Motivate me.
Yeah.
Motivate me. My life
I'm
is
sorry.
just so.
I've been there. I've been
Yeah.
there. I was actually there recently because like my routine really changed and
Yeah, my routine is crazy and there is none.
I actually sat in front of we had like just kind of we have these all instructor meetings where it's just us
Yeah.
and we kind of talk about how we can support each other. And what I told them, I said, y'all, I am bored of working out. So would you please, if you're going somewhere or you're taking a new class or like, can you just like text me and ask me to come with you? Like I might say no, but can you? So it's accountability buddies. So like, honestly, if it's
Yes.
Candice or honestly,
Chad
it's,
literally
you
said to
know,
me, Chad said to me this week, it was my fiance.
yeah,
And he literally said, if we don't do this, then we put $20 in our vacation fund.
Great.
So it's still
No,
going
do
to
it.
something. I thought 20 was high.
And it's that weird number of like, it's for me, it's often where I see the first time where I'm like, okay, just like we'll be super superficial because it's a visual thing that I might see in the mirror, whether it be that little like serratus anterior. You're like, oh, I can see that little like V coming out again, or like that little ripple. And I'm like, okay.
Yes.
And then it just becomes that like, oh, you finally get to the hump. They throw around a day. They throw in like, the 3 weeks, that 21st day or whatever. Once you get over that hump, it actually, you feel worse when you miss the day. Right?
Yeah.
So you just gotta be like, I know I don't want to do it. And there are so many hacks. I mean, they've all been said before. I love when like fitness instructors come to be like, I'm going to tell you the 5 hacks. You're like, girl, this has been around forever. Everybody said you're not the first. You didn't invent this, but you absolutely put your, you put your sneakers out ready to go. You lay out the clothes. You make sure with the coffee in the morning, you've got your water ready to go. You've got the water bottle or your pre-workout or whatever supplement supplement you need to or want to take. I'm not endorsing any supplements. And then just fall in love with the things that you like. If you don't like yoga, don't fucking do yoga. Like, I don't like it's like, but if you like to run, and again, with the change in the weather, of course, if you're in a place where the weather does change, like right now, Central Park is right here, and it's a dream. Not right now, it's raining, but like just
yesterday was gorgeous.
Oh my God. And I'm just like, shirtless runner season is here.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Sign me up.
I lived right when I was in LA. I lived right at Runyon Canyon. And if you've ever been to LA, oh man, I was like the best looking people just walking and like
they're all gay, Sarah.
Yeah, I can appreciate.
They're usually hitting on Tom the whole time we're going on the hike. It is what it is.
So the thing is that's really cool with you. You talked a lot about like finding that this is stuff that it echoes. So many of our podcasts, celebrating our authentic self and finding your community, and that's something that I would start. And may I, as a theater lover, I think that stuff that's ingrained in me as someone that's been a theater person is like, find the people that speak your language. And that make you feel like your weirdo-ness is awesome and celebrated and deserves a spotlight on it.
Absolutely.
And you really found that, Matty, and it's phenomenal, and you're doing that for others.
It's fun. I never could have dreamed that this would be where I was at 40. And like, it's sort of like my husband and I were trying to have a baby kind of like imminently, and like not imminent. We're not currently pregnant, but it's in process. And like, we're just, I don't know if I just like kind of broke news. I sort of tell people, but like we're trying. It's, it. No, we don't know. We don't have to. And that's because the only reason why we're doing that is because I really do feel like I've checked those boxes, or like at the very least understand the essentials of like what truly makes me happy. And I have beautiful family and beautiful friends, and I just want to grow it even outside of like it's the world is a very unpredictable place right now, but people are like, especially gays, they're like, how are you having a baby? Like you don't have to do that. I'm like, yeah, but I just like, actually, I'm going to steal this from Nikki M. James, who was on my podcast not too long ago. And Nikki said, I loved what Tony winner, Nikki M. James. Nikki said she believes that good people should make good people.
There it is.
I couldn't agree more.
Your mother is going to flip.
Yeah, we're going to have 2 Italian nonna because like his mom's I dare I say his mom's more Italian than mine. So
oh, God help you.
Yeah, it's gonna be wonderful. I can't wait to do stroller walks with my shirt off.
I was gonna say shirt off though.
Yeah,
shirt off.
I mean,
See
listen,
me with a
we're
shirt on,
leaning
yell at
in.
me.
There's no reason why I've kept my hair this way. I'm gonna be a hot dad.
All right, Matty, I gotta ask you, 2026, what's the Broadway show to go see?
This is great. Okay, this is great. Well.
Or in 2025, what was one that shook your system?
Hands down, this production of Ragtime is the most
Josh,
important.
I went to college with Josh Henry.
Okay, my God.
Yeah.
So good.
I know.
Josh,
Nice.
bring the house down, Joshua Henry.
Yep.
Casey, Brandon.
Yes.
Ragtime. And the reason I say this is because, don't get me wrong, obviously we love a puff pastry of a show. But we love a show that has something to say about the world and what's going on. And the fact that this show is set between 1906 and it's like 1918 or something. Right. Oh, actually, no, right up at the precipice of World War I, right? Warren the Duke. All of the themes resonate. All of the themes still exist. The American experiment is still an
American
experiment.
Dream.
Right.
And you know what's so interesting, Matty? I saw the original in high school with Audra. And what I love is I love taking my fiance, who's not a theater person.
Not a theater guy, right.
But we go to see shows, and he said, this could have been written last week.
Yeah.
He said they must have added that line. They must have added that line in the new production. And that's wild, right? To bring back this show. And it also is partly sad, right? That this is really the stuff we're still talking about.
I've seen it 3 times. Okay, so the first time was the night we got the election results. I'm not going to dwell on that.
Yes,
then
and
the
Josh
next
was
time I saw
sobbing. Josh was
so it's almost like every time I've seen it, I've gotten sadder.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
But
interesting.
it's also
sadder
it's also hopeful. Like there
Okay, I love that.
there is, because the moral backbone of that show are the ones that continue to live. Go see Ragtime. Oh, and then honestly, the jury's out for this second half of the season. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic for the other revivals, which would be Rocky Horror. Cats, I've already seen. Cats is amazing and fun.
Yeah.
And our girl Jessica Vosk is going to slay the house down boots with Beaches because she's, I mean, so, but I would say if you had to buy one ticket for the remaining season and you have not seen Ragtime, it's a sure thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So true.
Do you go see plays at all or just all musical theater?
Yeah, I see plays too. I try to see as much as I possibly can. I'm seeing Dog Day Afternoon this weekend.
Yes.
Becky Shaw, Giant. So it's a pretty good, pretty meaty, Every Brilliant Thing with Daniel Radcliffe.
That's what I was about to say. That's the one that I'm really interested in. And the thing I would like to say, why I've been loving going to see theater in general with Chad, my fiance, is that having his perspective, not coming from our traditional community, what he's been loving is seeing theater that has kind of changed how the old school way of doing it. Seeing Sunset Boulevard, where they use different mediums, how it's not just this stale thing, but you can keep evolving this industry. And I've been loving, we'll talk about shows for like an entire month after seeing them. Thank goodness Ragtime keeps extending.
Darling. No, it's wonderful. And if you we've entered into this era of AI slop, and like anything that's human, like here's the thing, I'm gonna say it, and again, shame, I'm totally like Timothy Chalamet hater after that comment. Like shame on him for saying that ballet and opera are dying because you're kind of like pouring gasoline on the fire. I disagree wholly. If the robots and the AI is taking over, guess what? You know what's not gonna replace us? It's going to be like people are already turning the tide and wanting to go back analog and writing in journals and reading real books. And I truly feel like theater, it will still be luxury, like a luxury item, but it's always going to continue to exist, as will ballet and opera. It's a
concept. It survived for how many years?
That to me was a flat out ignorant comment. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's a spoiled little brat. He's a Kardashian, no. He's a Kardashian.
Buddy. But I do agree that you can't replace human connection. And at the end of the day, live human connection, live theater will always live. But I agree that it's very expensive to produce a theatrical production. I mean, my husband and I are trying to produce several shows right now. That's not my own, other shows. And wow, what it costs to get things off the ground. Insane. And then we say, the tickets are so expensive. But the only reason they sometimes are is to pay for the theater, to pay for the actors. And it's like, wow, it is wild.
I was blown away. The West End, oh my God, the tickets were so affordable and the concessions were so, but they're not making a lot of money.
Right.
All those performers have like two jobs. Like they really are. They're on stage and they're also doing their fitness instructing or like waiting tables in the morning, and then they go to their West End show.
God,
it's
so
wild.
You know what blows my mind? Even off Broadway is almost as expensive than Broadway. It's crazy what it costs.
Major.
But if we could say anything to people listening, there are ways to find cheaper tickets. Go to TKTS. But that's the one thing I would say as someone that's lived outside of New York City. And when tours come in, you cannot find any discount tickets. In New York City, you can find some. They're still a little bit more expensive, but go see theater. Totally. Maddie, before we let you go, we could talk theater for 2 days.
Easily.
For an entire month.
Until Riverside blew up. Yeah.
Then I want to say, Candice and I were talking about it before you came on. A writer? Are you writing a book?
I am. How'd you know about that? Did I say that already?
You have it on your page. So you're all...
And we have our ways.
Yeah. And again, just to go back to the roots, the Italian of it all, it is loosely based on my family history and is set, without giving too much away, it is set during the Great Depression at the very end of Prohibition.
Okay.
In Providence, Rhode Island, and it is history of my family who all worked in the textile mills, actually the ragtime of it all, because they talk about the factories, and specifically these were the textile mills along the eastern seaboard. And it's about family. There is murder. is infidelity. There is the
Mhm.
mob. There's the church. There's a lot going on, and a lot of it is based on true events.
Oh my gosh, we
Yeah.
I
cannot
need
wait.
to
Yeah.
That's
read
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we all do.
And I'm about
Sounds right up all
halfway
our alley.
through with the first draft, and the
I love
goal is to
that.
have this first draft done before I have a child. I was like, I want to have a
Yeah.
baby and a book at the same time. So
Yeah.
Okay, I love
Is
that. Goals
cute.
are there.
And the book you're going to be carrying both that feel like both babies.
I
They're
think
both
so.
children.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
It's got all the makings of being able to be a Netflix series, or even honestly, our mutual friend Joey Murray, like I would do a theatrical production of it.
Is
It's
there
that good. It's giving. I don't know if you ever saw the Ferryman. It's giving Ferryman.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
So we're going book to series to Broadway.
I think
Yeah, I
that's what it
definitely.
is. Yeah.
Let's
This
keep
is
it
so
up. We love your
exciting.
success. I love your energy. You're incredibly handsome and your brain is great. Your passion. We love it. Thank you for being here,
You both
Maddie.
are a
No.
dream. I had
Are
so
you
much
kidding,
fun. You're
Maddie?
just the best.
All right. Well, we can't wait to see your continued success and what your next story is.
We love you. Kisses, kisses.
Love you too.
Candice? Well, he
I-
is part of our family.
I
He's
love
part of our
my
Don't Start
husband.
community.
I
He
love
is a
him.
forever. Can we have him as a permanent, like always just shows up for a 5-minute moment
Yes,
about theater?
I need him in my life. Theater, fitness, Italians, all the things. He's just adorable.
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? When we talked about authentic self, you cannot train charisma and infectious energy. And he exudes it. I said that so silly, but truly, he is someone that I don't want to stop talking to. He feels
Yeah.
genuine. He has that. And we're so lucky to meet these people like this.
I know. This is why I love doing this pod, because we get to meet extraordinary, brilliant, such wonderful humans. And he just wants to live a happy life, do good, and give back to the world. I'm like, what more can we all ask for, right? He is a theater lover, which there aren't many these days. And what I mean by that is he is
that's
promoting
us.
all theaters. He's going to see all these shows. And like a lot of people don't, because they're complaining about the tickets and or they're picky or they're judgy or they're writing shit on social media that's hurting a show that employs a lot of people. And he's just like the biggest fan, wants to support, has his podcast, the Drama Club podcast, that just promotes theater and promotes humans that are in theater. And it's wonderful. And he's making us all healthy with his fitness and food hacks.
He wants to root for people, right?
Done.
And that's a beautiful way to be in this world.
What better human than that?
Yeah, Maddie, you're the best human. That's what we've determined.
I want to read his book so bad when it comes out. I love it.
Thanks for joining us today.
You can follow us on Instagram at Don't Start Podcast.
Or subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
And we'll see you next time, friends.
Don't Start is produced by Anthony Street Productions.